What's up, you guys? So today I am starting a new series on my channel called Let's Talk. So this series is basically going to be like, let's talk boys, let's talk school. You get the point, like let's talk and then a specific subject. So for this subject, for this Let's Talk, we are going to be doing college. Woo! Glitter, sparkles. We're doing this because I actually got requested to do a video, so see you guys, your requests actually come through and I actually do them as long as I'm comfortable and feel like I'm knowledgeable enough to do the video or whatever. Okay, so the very first and probably most important thing I have to tell you guys if you are incoming freshmen going to college is that you are accountable for your grades, your life, everything. You're accountable 100%. You can't rely on somebody else. You can't rely on anyone else. The teacher doesn't care whether you come to class or not. The teacher doesn't care if you're failing their class. They just don't care. You know, they get paid either way at this point. So you need to make sure, you know, that you're going to class, and if you choose to not go to that class, that you understand and accept the consequences of not going to class. So like if you miss a test because you were absent for like a not important reason, like I just slept in, like you can't go crying to your teacher and be like, oh, I missed the test, so can I retake it? Because 9 times out of 10 they're going to tell you no. So you need to really understand that you are 100% accountable. Like nobody is accountable for you but you. So now moving on into my second point, which kind of ties into the first one, is to just be organized. That's like the biggest thing, is to just stay organized while you're in college, because it can kind of be a lot. Especially if you're taking multiple classes. Like for example, I'm taking technically 6 classes, so that's a lot to be accountable for. You know, that's homework and essays and assignments and you know, what am I trying to say, exams and everything like that for 6 different classes. The biggest way I would advise you to stay on top of this is to make sure you have some sort of planner. If you guys follow my videos and you're subscribed to me or have seen some of my previous videos, you may know that I super am into planners. Like I film Plan With Me's on a weekly basis. I have a hair. I film Plan With Me's on a weekly basis, and those planners I actually use on a daily basis. They come in extremely handy for school. I highly recommend them. I use an Erin Condren life planner, but you by no means have to buy a planner that is that expensive. You can go down to Target or Walmart, or heck, probably even the dollar store has them, and buy yourself a like week-to-week planner, because I guarantee you that will come in handy so many times when you need to remember when a paper is due, when there's going to be an exam, a quiz, whether you're going to have class a certain day or not. I mean, it just comes in so handy, and it also helps you to organize out your time, because if you're taking a lot of classes, each class requires an hour or 2 of study time per class. So, you know, you need to make sure that you have your life planned out in a way that you can adamantly give each class the attention it needs. The next thing I have to say that's really important is definitely to make sure that you're making like 1 or 2 friends / acquaintances per class, because they really do come in handy. Either on the off chance that you do need to miss class and they were there and can help you out with what you missed, or, you know, if you do happen to forget when an assignment is due, you can just text them and say, hey, you know, do you remember? Or, you know, especially for studying, that comes in handy a lot. Having somebody in your class that you can go sit down in the library or the cafeteria with and say, hey, let's, you know, meet up for an hour before class and study, you know, for the test or for the quiz. I've done that so many times. It helps so much to make a friend / acquaintance in each class, because you help each other out, and that's like a huge thing. On the first date, you sit down next to someone and just say, hey, you want to exchange numbers, like, just in case? That's all you need to say, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need to be, like, awkward about it. The next tip is also really important. It's about textbooks. I highly recommend that you don't get your textbooks until you go to class and your teacher says, yes, you need these. So always, like when you go to class, get the required textbooks, and maybe hold off on the recommended until it comes up that it might be useful, because you could end up spending a lot of money on books that you didn't need to spend. So yeah, definitely wait till you get to class for textbooks, especially if your textbooks are like $100, $200, $300. You definitely want to make sure that it's an absolute necessity. And kind of also in that same vein, I highly recommend getting textbooks off of Amazon. You can buy them used or rent them, which renting them is actually even cheaper. Like, you could rent a $300 textbook for like $40 on Amazon for this semester, which I think is pretty cool. It'll probably be cheaper than renting it at your college bookstore. Just saying. I would definitely say go to Amazon for your books. Just make sure that you have the correct ISBN number and the correct edition, because there are certain classes where like the edition will really matter, and if the edition doesn't matter, usually your teacher will tell you. Like, another sort of piece of advice I have that's actually kind of funny, and this is just in my experience, I don't think very different in other colleges, but like, please, for the love of God, do not raise your hand and ask to go to the bathroom. At least in my experience, that's something that the teacher kind of laughs at if you do. I know it's like ingrained in your head to do that when you are coming from high school, because that's what every single teacher has made you do for 18 years. But once you go to college, as long as you're not interrupting class or being distracting, they don't really care. The same with like taking a call. Like, I mean, your phone shouldn't be ringing in class, but like if it's vibrating and you really need to answer it, if you need to walk outside and answer it, they understand that you're an adult and probably have other important things. You know, they see you as kind of this weird combination of adult and child, because that's kind of what you are. So they have the respect enough to know that, like, yeah, if you need to go to the bathroom, you need to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So basically what I would say is, like, if you do need to go to the bathroom, like, don't ask. But like, if there's like a lull, like where the teacher isn't up there like lecturing, that's when you can go without being like disruptive. Last piece of advice here is basically to just enjoy college as much as you can. I know it's school. I know school is not that fun. It's not that exciting. But honestly, in the 4 years plus that it takes for you to get out, by that time, you will have to be a full-blown adult. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty terrifying. So just enjoy college as much as you can. You know, try to make a few friends. That always makes school a better experience. And don't think that who you were in high school is going to matter to who you are in college. Nobody cares who the popular kids were in your high school. Nobody cares if you were a loser in high school. Nobody cares if you were a drama kid. Nobody cares if you're a football player. Like, that doesn't matter anymore. High school's behind you. You're in college now. You can be like whoever you want to be, really. Just be yourself. Realize that people genuinely don't care who you were in the past. Just be you and make a couple friends, because that's always fun. Do study groups with those people, smart people, people that can help you and you can help them. Yeah, just enjoy it as much as you possibly can. I know that's hard sometimes, especially when, you know, everything seems to be piling on you, but you have to take a breather and realize you're doing this hopefully for a reason, to meet a certain career goal or a certain life goal or whatever it may be, and that it is important and that you can get through it. It's just a semester. You know, that's only what, like 3 to 4 months tops is a semester. So you can hang in there for four months, you know what I mean? So just enjoy it as much as you possibly can, and make good friends, because the friends you make in college will probably be your lifelong friends. So yeah, that's pretty much my Let's Talk video. Leave any suggestions in the comments below for what you want to talk about with me next. Also, just a quick reminder for anybody that's interested, we are doing the book club in my channel, or on my channel, and we're reading Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. So yeah, make sure that if you want to participate, that you either finish the book or pick up the book and read it, because that video will be full of spoilers, because we're going to be discussing the whole book through, and I'm going to assume that you've read it. So yeah, just read the book if you would like and would like to participate or whatever. Also leave suggestions below of any books you would like to read for that series, and also, again, for this series, anything you want to talk about. I'm all open as long as it's appropriate and, you know, PG-13. That's kind of what I want to keep it on this channel. So yeah. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of the things I asked you to suggest. That'd be awesome. Also, subscribe to me if you haven't already. I also just want to say real quickly a big thank you for everybody who has subscribed to me. It means a whole lot to me. Right now, as I'm sitting down here, I have 20 subscribers, so that's really cool. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I will continue to put out new content for you guys every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing. And if you haven't, please do. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys.